Hello, it's Naila. Curious to inspire. Um, I just finished walking, and my eyes are kind of watering. I have eye allergies, but I just wanted to make this short video. Something that's on my mind, because something that kind of recently happened. Um, and you see the title about giving a former friend their flowers. About a month ago, I had got an email. I subscribed to Nidra Glover. I think I'm pronouncing her first name right. And I want to say she's a psychologist or a psychotherapist. And she wrote an article called Let Them In. And it was talking about friendships and how some people, they wait, or they say, oh, I'll make friends when my children are grown, or however. She was just talking about the importance of friendships. And she talked about one time when she was in college and she had a breakup, and she thought it was the end of the world. And she talked about how a friend of hers called her and then came over and just sat with her while she was grieving that breakup. And I love what she said. She said, how beautiful to be sad but not alone. And that reminded me of a friend who we're really no longer friends, if you will, who I had, after a breakup that I had. Um, they're long distance. We don't live close to each other anymore, but when I had this breakup, we were long distance. We would talk on the phone. And I remember, the breakup was fresh, and um, filling a void. It was a Friday, and typically I would be with him. And she did that. She sat on the phone with me um, for several hours that evening into the night. And so that's what that email reminded me. It reminded me of her, the same thing, the same sentiment that Nidra talked about. How beautiful to be sad, but not alone. And so, even though this is someone that we haven't communicated in over a year, I emailed her. I forwarded that email, and I told her that the email reminded me of her, and why. And she positively responded, and then I just responded and said, too, is just letting you know that I appreciated, during our time as friends, the ways that she showed up for me and was a great friend to me. And I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad that the Holy Spirit put it on me to reach out, because that was me giving a former friend her flowers. Despite us not being friends, that doesn't take away what we shared. It doesn't take away the times. There's still fond memories, and there are many things that I can still think of right now, where as a friend she showed up for me, and I appreciate her for that. And something very recent. So today is Friday. Well, I'm recording this. It's Friday, February 7th. And so on Monday, what would that be? The 3rd, February 3rd, this past Monday, I got a flower or plant delivery. I didn't know what type of plant it was, but I got a delivery. And would you know, it was from a friend. And she was thanking me for being there for her. And it was totally random, out the blue. And, I text her thanking her. Um, and so it's just so fitting. It was a blessing to receive, because here it was a month ago. I gave a friend, a former friend, her flowers. And then someone this past Monday gave me literal flowers. And yeah, I love how God works. But it's just, yeah, friendships are so meaningful. Um, I'm an advocate for friends. I know some people are like, no new friends or they're good, but not me. You know, I think relationships are important. And even, like I say, for those who are even no longer in my life, um, they all mean something to me still. Um, I'll be 49 next month. And so I have unfortunately lost, I would say, three friends that I consider significant losses. Like they really meant a lot to me. Three in my 49 years of life. And yeah, each of them, um, I can think back and think about them and still put a smile on my face. And there's something that I learned from each of them, something that I gained from each of them. And it's unfortunate for whatever reasons, individual, different reasons, the friendship is no longer intact. But I have love for them still, and they all deserve their flowers. So I just wanted to share this. And so I don't know, maybe if you watching this video, maybe you can think about, just if you choose, it's up to you, anyone who, had a positive impact in your life, who may not be in your life anymore, but they had a positive impact in your life. And maybe what a blessing you could be to them to let them know um, what role they played positively in your life. And in doing so, you will be giving them their flowers. Until next time, bye bye.